up, everyone? My name is Tyler, and today we're looking at the Airforce case from InWin. Now, before we dive into this, I want to mention that InWin did send me this case to review, but no money changed hands, and InWin did not get to preview this video before it was uploaded. I also want to give a special shout out to LANFest. If you're looking for a way to get more involved in the gaming community while also giving back to charity, LANFest is your go-to for all things LANs. They have chapters all over the US, and if you're interested in learning more, check the link in the description below. All right, on to the review. For background, I have been building PCs for the better part of 10 years, so I have seen my fair share of cool and unique cases of varying styles, build quality, and feature sets. Surprisingly, this is my first InWin case, and boy, they couldn't have chosen a more fun and colorful one for me to build in. First off, let's talk about those colors. Dang, definitely giving me Gundam vibes. No, really, so much so I actually bought a Gundam because of this case. A happy byproduct of using it, I guess. Anyway, the Airforce comes in two variants. This colorful version you see here, and a black version if you're feeling a bit more sleek. Now, this case is a mid-sized case and fits most, if not all, motherboards from micro ATX to eATX with a max dimension of 12 by 13 inches, as well as graphics cards up to 390 millimeters wide. The Airforce supports up to 3 120 millimeter fans up top and in the front, as well as a single 120 millimeter fan in the rear. For radiators, you'll be pleasantly surprised to hear that both a 240mm radiator and a 360mm radiator will fit in both the top and the front, so long as you mind clearance of your RAM and graphics card respectfully. One of the first things you'll notice about this case is that it comes in, well, pieces. This was a first for me, as all my cases over the years came assembled, or at least mostly assembled, but the Airforce does not. And, well, that'll either be fun for you or annoying. It's starting to make more sense to me as I write this, why it reminds me of a Gundam. Anywho, the package does come with 4 of InWin's Luna AL120 ARGB fans, which are pretty slick and can be configured and all that jazz, so hey, not a bad freebie if you ask me, because fans are expensive these days. As far as the front I/O, you're getting a USB 3.1 Type-C Gen 2 port, headphone and microphone jacks, and 2 USB 3.0 Type-A ports, as well as, of course, your yellow power button. Note, there's no reset button here, so if that's something you like having, you're not going to have it. But, to be honest, I never used a reset button much, so I didn't miss it. All right, let's talk about the fit and finish here. I already mentioned the colors, and, well, I think the Justice White colorway is super dope. It feels retro and somehow toy-like, and I dig it. It's definitely unique, and honestly, I commend InWin for taking a risk and saying, F it. Make it colorful in an ocean full of black and silver cases. Even though they make a black version, but don't worry about that. If you know me, you know I love when brands take a little risk with their products, and InWin did a great job here. Now, despite being in love with the colors, unfortunately I was not a big fan of the materials. This case is primarily plastic with more reflective / glossy plastic for the colored bits. Now don't get me wrong, the plastic is fine. From a quality standpoint, it just feels less than premium, especially when you toss in tempered glass for both the side panels. Yes, the back panel where all your cable spaghetti hides is showcased for the world to see, so make sure to do a good job. I feel like the Airforce is conflicting itself. On one hand, its plastic, light-colored, and fun appearance make it feel like a cool budget-friendly case designed for first-time builders. But the tempered glass side panels and assembly process make this case far from a first-time builder-friendly case. I wish InWin made this case without glass and instead embraced more of the quirky nature of the design with more unique translucent plastics for the side panels, or doubled down on the premium feel by making the colored parts metal with a cool metallic finish. In any case, the overall building experience was not bad, but not particularly easy either. If you're familiar with plastic, you'll know that snapping and screwing things into plastic is not the greatest experience, as they can be easy to break if too much force is applied in the wrong direction, while not enough force keeps you from actually getting things to snap together. It's just the nature of the materials, and quite frankly, you come to expect that with plastic parts. Now, that doesn't mean the actual instructions or process was difficult, just finagling the materials from time to time was frustrating. I managed to successfully put it together without breaking anything, but bear in mind, the pieces are very fragile by themselves, so be extra careful when assembling. Also, because the colored parts are glossy, they tend to scratch easy, so keep them in a bag until you're ready to install them to avoid scratching. Now, I will mention there is a metal plate that serves as sort of the backbone to the whole case. It's where your motherboard will mount to and keeps the case upright when you drop in a gigantic RTX 3090 and expansion card. Speaking of, the one step I distinctly remember having trouble with was getting that plate screwed into some of the plastic pieces, because you have to turn the whole system while holding it together, being careful not to let the plastic pieces hang, because again, they're plastic. They will break, and there's no extra pieces if you make a mistake. Kind of like a Gundam kit. But once you get past that, the rest of the assembly isn't too tough if you're experienced with building things and know how to use a screwdriver. The only other thing I'll mention about the building experience is that the cable management is a bit tough due to the glass side panel on the back. InWin was sure to include plenty of zip ties and tie down points, but since this variant is in white, every cable will be that much more noticeable, especially if you're using black cables. So if you want it looking clean, you'll have to spend some extra time managing your cables. Even with white sleeved cables, you can still see a bit of a mess, but then again, I spent all of 20 minutes managing my cables, so your mileage may vary. A couple of extra features I forgot to mention are that you do get 2 removable dust filters, one up top and one on the front. Do note though that there is nothing on the bottom of the case. It's a little strange actually, because it just looks like bracing. Looks cool, but again, looks really strange. For the filters, they're nothing to write home about. They're quite porous, not like traditional filters with much smaller holes. Time will tell how they handle dust, but they're just fine in my opinion. The other thing I didn't mention is that you do get a hard drive cage included, but I didn't use it because I have everything on NVMe storage these days. All in all, the InWin Airforce is a unique case. I absolutely love the colors of the Justice White and its quirky retro stylings. And despite having to assemble it myself, I genuinely enjoy building it as it was a very therapeutic experience and reminded me of building Gundams, which I love. However, given the plastic glass combo, crunchy side panels, and questionable structure, I just can't recommend this case to anyone who isn't looking for this specific kind of case, especially at over $200. It's far from a beginner case, yet in my opinion feels like a budget beginner case with glass panels tossed in to make it feel more premium. I would love to see a plastic variant of this case pre-built in the box for closer to $150. At that point, I think it would be an amazing entry-level case for first-time builders, as well as a $250 to $300 option featuring full premium features and an all-metal construction for those more experienced builders. At the end of the day, this isn't a bad case. I just think it's a little confused on what it wants to be, and that's okay. So that's going to be it for the Airforce case from InWin. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, and as always, subscribe to see more content like this. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram to stay up to date on all things 24 Concept. Until then, see you in the next one. Peace.